I'm currently a writer and teacher of creative writing. You know, being a writer, being a person who loves to write, when you teach something, you really learn so much about it. I have schizoaffective disorder with anxiety. I didn't know really when I was younger that I had the illness. I knew I had some depression and stuff like that, which I thought was just normal for every teenager. And I suppose to some extent it is, but mine was a really crippling sort of form of depression. It started out years ago. I came out of the hospital. I had quite a serious hospital admission for my mental illness. And I went into a group home, and it was very beneficial to go to a group home because when you're in a group home, there's very little stigma because others have an illness or they're trained to deal with an illness. And I was there for quite a while, and I built up a relationship with a number of the people higher up in the organization. And they already knew before I even met them usually that I had a mental illness of some type at least. And then as I got to know them, I would explain my limitations and they'd learn my passions, and they found some really good places for me. I did have a job previously where they did not know I had a mental illness, and I did well for quite a while, but an inevitable bump kind of came up. I just couldn't get out of bed anymore. I just couldn't deal with the stress of the workplace. And so I wrote them a letter explaining about my illness, and you know, they had no problem finding other people to fill the shifts. So there was no real penalty, but I tried going back to see if I could work there again. They said they would see what they could do, and then nothing came of it. So it's possible it was something that made them stop employing me. One of the things about my illness is, of course, I have to take medication to control it. And the medication quite often will make me sleep more than most people. This makes it very hard to have any home life and to work 8 to 10 hours a day in a job. So for me right now, it's just a full-time job is almost not an option. People with mental illnesses quite often can offer a unique viewpoint and a unique approach to a lot of different job situations. One thing I know is I live in a building mostly housing people with mental illnesses. They're very caring and very good at helping each other. I would encourage people to, hire 2 or 3 people like that. Don't hold them to a strong schedule. If they want to come in 4 p.m. till 12 p.m. and do their work then when there's less people and distractions, try and accommodate them. If they want to work part-time, try and accommodate them. Have someone they can go to be able to say, yes, well, I'm hearing voices, and maybe I need a couple days off, or maybe I should go home now, come back tomorrow and try again. Give them a lot of flexibility, and it might be amazing what you can see them do once you take the pressure off.